Hey there, welcome back to Melanie Loves Death Metal, obviously, by the title of my channel. As you can tell, my voice is a little fucked up right now. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I feel okay for the most part, but for whatever reason, I woke up and this was happening. So it's probably COVID. It's not COVID. I have issues with allergies and stuff, and this happened to me a couple months ago, and I didn't record any videos for over a week because it just wasn't getting better. I'm just doing it again today because, again, I feel fine, so you're probably going to notice that my voice is a little shot. But anyway, I guess you could say this is a collection update, but it's more so focused on one label in general. It's basically, let's see what I bought off the Earache website. Earache had this huge sale a couple of weeks ago where all of their CDs were between $7 and $5, and I just went ham and bought a bunch of them. And it made up for the shipping cost because shipping cost from Earache is kind of is awful. Basically, if you buy off their website, the cheapest shipping rate that you get is $15, depending for where I live. I don't know if it's different in other parts of, obviously, countries and stuff like that. And then for whatever reason, it's cheaper on Bandcamp. So I purchased all these off of Bandcamp because the shipping ended up being only $10 for all of these. Whereas the website was giving me between $15 and $20. And I don't know. It's just a weird thing with Earache. I'm not sure what that's about. It might just be where I'm located. I'm kind of located in the middle of nowhere in Florida. So that could just be why. So anyway, a lot of classics here. A lot of things that I admittedly did not have in my collection and that I wanted just on CD. I do have some of these on vinyl, but I wanted the CD as well. And just because they were cheap, it was hard not to pass it up. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we'll start with the very first one, and I'm going to go off on a huge tangent right now. I knew that these were Digibook or Digipack reissues, and I knew that they were awful. But the price that I paid, I was like, whatever, I just want the music. That's all I'm going to care about. But these are fucking awful. And I'm going to show you some comparisons. So I did get a Bolt Thrower War Master. Needs no introduction at all. But it is a very cheap reissue. It is just this bifold, no booklet, nothing. And then if you are wanting the lyrics and stuff like that, they're like, nah, you're not going to get that here. You just get this. That's all you get. And I know in the past that they've pressed these, like obviously there's been a lot more substance to these CDs and stuff like that. So obviously if I had gone on Discogs and got it, an older pressing, this would be nicer. Probably a jewel case maybe. There would have been a booklet and stuff like that. But this is what you get for these new Earache reissues. So alert to that if you're thinking about buying these and you would actually rather have something a little bit more of substance, like in a jewel case with a booklet. Maybe head over to Discogs and pay for stupid prices to get those. But the one annoying part is that it basically says find lyrics at earache.com/lyrics. So just a cheap route that they went. But again, for the price, I think I paid like $5 for this. It just was worth it. So again, Bolt Thrower War Master, I don't think you guys need any other introduction on this. I will have a Bolt Thrower video because I think in regards to death metal and what Bolt Thrower means to me, I'm probably way in the minority here, and I'm not the biggest Bolt Thrower fan. And I'll probably talk more about that, but still phenomenal stuff. Not saying I don't like them. It's just that they're often not the first band that they pull off the shelf, but I still wanted these in my collection. The next one is actually a nice Earache issue, and probably my favorite Bolt Thrower album, to be honest with you, is For Victory. This is actually a nice jewel case, so I don't know what the deal was here. Maybe this was some overstock that I was able to get. I don't know. I just assumed it was going to be the Digipack reissue similar to that one, and yeah, I was happy about that. When I opened the package and saw that, I was like, oh, nice. This is actually a jewel case. Was not expecting that. So now the formatting of my CDs are different. There's some are jewel cases and some are these Digipacks, but it's a nice little booklet. You guys know already all this stuff, I'm sure. Everybody's seen these things. I have no idea what pressing or anything like that is. But there you go. You guys always like to see these things. Of course, the teeth are broken. So if I pick up the CD. It'll fall out of the case. That's just the woes of buying a CD and having it shipped, unfortunately. So I'll just hold it up. Yep, look at that. There's a piece of plastic that just fell out. So yeah, these teeth are broken. So I actually put in an order for a bunch of jewel cases to replace some of these things, so that way they sit better in my shelf and I don't have to worry about them flying out when I open the case and stuff like that. So the next one I got is Fourth Crusade. Again, another shitty digibook reissue. That's all it is. Another great one. This is probably one of my other favorites. So that's a bolt thrower. This one actually has an image back there. That image. But yeah, for the most part, that's all you get. Just a very bare minimum digibook. I knew they sucked. Like, I saw so many people complaining about them on their YouTube channel. But I didn't realize they were this bad. But again, I paid for the music, and they were super cheap, so whatever. If I really wanted something with more substance, I would have went and hunted them down on Discogs and tried to find, other later pressings or earlier pressings that came out. So next is Realms of Chaos. There you go, iconic. And I actually have these on tape too that I recently just showed here through Dissonant Tapes. They had it, so I bought it. So there you go. The teeth are not broken on these, so I guess that's the plus on this, is that the digibooks generally come intact. With shipping, I don't have to worry about the teeth breaking out and the CD flying out, but in general, it's not the best reissue. So next up, I got some hole fillers now. Again, some albums I didn't have. Napalm Death, From Enslavement to Obliteration. I don't know. I like this Napalm album. I think it's good. It's not my favorite. I question on whether or not I wanted to buy this cheap ass reissue, or if I wanted to maybe find something that was a little bit more. But I was like, you know what? Again, the cost. I just threw it in there, make the shipping worth it. And this doesn't even tell you to go find lyrics. So it's just like, yeah, figure it out for yourselves. So that one, and then I also got this one, Diatribes, another reissue. There you go. This is probably my least favorite Napalm record that I've ever heard. And I thought about getting it, and I was like, yeah, I'll just throw it in there. Probably one that I'll rarely ever listen to. But, I'll get it in there anyway, it's just for the cost, and it's Napalm. I still would like to have as much as I can by them. So there was that one. And then, so I do have this on vinyl. And it is an Earache reissue that came out last year. It's relatively nice. I think I showed it off on here. I bought it right after LG passed away because I didn't have it on any physical format. So Entombed, Left Hand Path. I got the CD again because just the cost of it was super cheap, but this reissue is awful as well. There's that Find the Lyrics. But I wanted it on CD. And for whatever reason, this CD obviously is skyrocketed in price, unfortunately, after his passing. And I searched on Discogs for a better pressing of this, because obviously one of the best death metal albums ever to be created. And I figured, you know what, I'll throw it in there, but I might look for something a little bit better and then pass this off to somebody else that may want it or do a giveaway or whatever. But yeah, I just threw it in there. So, and then the last two are, one is another jewel case. So Deicide, Scars of the Crucifix, and then I got The Stench of Redemption. So I actually am kind of pissed at myself that I bought these two in this sale, because I recently saw, well, this one not so much, because this is the actual jewel case. It's a nice issue. However, the case is fucking broken. And this might actually be just something that they've had in stock for a while, because I noticed it came with a 2004 catalog mailer. So I thought that was kind of fun. I'm definitely going to hold on to that. So yeah, I remember when they used to put these in CDs, when you would actually order things through the mail like this. So that was in this CD. So I don't know if this is actually like a first pressing or what, but I was pumped to see that it was a jewel case, and then the booklet is also this awesome little Deicide poster, which I probably will not hang just because it's the actual CD booklet. But I liked that. It came like that. It had a little order form, some nostalgia here that made me happy. Again, did anybody actually ever do this? I remember when I was younger, I would get CDs as I could, you know, whenever I'd get money from like my birthday or stuff like that, like before I got a job. And I remember they would come in and I would always fill them out and like just wait. I'm going to save up my money and I'm going to buy these. And then I don't think I ever really did. Because then when I got a job, I just started going to the stores and just buying them that way. So this one is a 2-disc issue and it has a DVD. So it is behind the scenes of Under the Skin of Deicide. So I immediately have never seen this. And I do have a DVD player that I can pop this in. So I'll probably watch that sometime soon. Maybe even today if I have time after work and stuff. So, but yeah, I've never seen that. Again, Deicide is a pretty much a hit or miss band for me. I would say probably quite a bit of people would say the same. And yeah, this just it's broken to shit. And I have some favorite albums, and then I have some albums that I just don't really care too much for. These ones are probably two of the ones that I'm more familiar with, which is why I bought them. But the reason why I was a little bit kicking myself for getting this one, Stench of Redemption, is because this popped up in my local record store. I saw this on Record Store Day this past weekend, the vinyl version and a really nice CD jewel case version, and I had already spent so much money that day on vinyl. I was like, well, I'm not going to get it because I know it's coming in the mail. And for whatever reason, I just wasn't paying attention because, again, I was just mashing, like, just add to cart, not really paying attention to the descriptions of what I was ordering. The sale was good, and I just wanted to capitalize off of it. And so I didn't get it, and now I'm actually thinking about going back to the store to see if it's there. I don't own any Deicide on vinyl. Again, it's one of those bands that I was pretty late to getting into. It was one of those bands that was not easily accessible to me as growing up, probably for obvious reasons. My local record store didn't always have Deicide. I knew who they were. They were always a little bit scary to me. And so I didn't recently start collecting these until within the last 5 years or so. So I might start to think about getting some stuff on vinyl, but for now I'm happy with the CDs that I have. I dug out a box of old CDs that I still had in storage, and I had Legion was in there. I think the self-titled was in there. Self-titled? No, maybe it might have been. I don't remember. I could easily just walk over and see what it is. But yeah, I figured can't go wrong with it. More Deicide. So that was my big unboxing for my Earache purchases that I got. And then I have popped over to Hell's Headbangers, which I often do. And I grabbed a CD after Kanyon Bickel. If you're not familiar with his channel, I will link it. He has an awesome YouTube channel. He's been doing this for a long time. He's got a much bigger following than me. Shows a lot of really obscure stuff that I'm not too familiar with. And then a lot of black metal that obviously he's gotten me into. He also has a great Instagram channel. He's just a hilarious guy. And he's a great photographer, and he's been doing all these national park trips and taking these amazing pictures. So I'll link his stuff. I'm sure you guys probably know who he is. But anyway, Justin Horval from Hell's Headbanger has a YouTube channel, and he's been uploading a video every single day. He's planning on doing that for the next year. He's been going for a couple months now. It's basically Q&A videos where he goes back from past videos and answers questions that people throw out there. And Kanyon actually asked him, like, hey, I'm just getting into Master. What should I buy? What, album should I get? And Justin told them, like, hey, in Hell's Headbangers, we have this double CD digibook, and it has an amazing record on there. You should get it. So then he featured it on his collection update video and talked about how, Justin responded to him and told him that. So then I naturally was like, well, I really want that because I love Master, and I don't have enough of their music in my collection. So I went and got the same exact thing. So these are still in stock over there. It's a really good price too. I think it was only like $11, which you cannot beat CDs on the cheap. And it's a really, really nice digibook, whatever the hell they're called. It actually comes with a booklet with some incredible, incredible pictures in here. Again, if you're not familiar with Master, like, come on, you gotta be familiar with Master. If you're watching a death metal YouTube channel, you should definitely know who Master is. And I admittedly don't have a lot of their stuff in my collection. Obviously, I've been listening to them for a while now, but I figured this was a good start. I'll get in there. So what is on this? I'll show you the back so you guys can see. So CD1 is an original untriggered mix of Master, and then there's a triggered mix. So it's two different mixes of an album. And then there's a rehearsal demo on here, and then an unreleased album. So it's like a compilation, basically. There's a bunch of music on here. I actually really like the original untriggered mix. I think it sounds just dirty and raw as hell. Like, it's really fun to listen to. I popped it in my car. Oh yeah, got a little bit of a corner ding there. No worries. I wasn't too upset about that. I was just excited to get this in the mail. Oh, there's some awesome images right there. So I think it sounds awesome. This is a really cool compilation. So I'm glad that was, mentioned. So of course I went over there and I snagged it and I grabbed it. So again, if you're looking for this, Hell's Headbangers is where I got it. If you want to get to know Justin a little bit more, he has a YouTube channel. Just type in Justin Horval. I'll also link it. He does Q&As every morning. We usually upload it between 6 and 7 Eastern time. In the morning, I should say. And they're funny, and they don't always, it's a lot of stuff that I'm not too, there's some stuff I hear that I'm not too familiar with, a lot of bands that I just have never really gotten into, but it's been interesting to listen to. It's just more death metal conversations that have gotten into my subscription fee, which I'm happy about. And the one thing that I really enjoy that he's been doing is showing off his favorite vinyls that he has in his collection. He recently went through and showed off his favorite, all-time favorite album vinyls that he has. It was like Reputrefaction, like an original pressing, Gruesome, not Gruesome, I said that wrong. Was it Cannibal Corpse? I don't remember. I just was listening to Gruesome, and I just looked at the CD off in the corner, and that's why I said that. Repulsion, there we go. The other Matt Harvey band. So that was a really cool video. I haven't caught up on all his videos yet. There's been a lot, so I'm catching up. But it talks a lot about bodybuilding, which again, it's not my thing, but again, I pop it on in the morning, I drink my coffee, I have it up playing when I'm checking my emails and stuff, and I just listen to it. So if you're interested, I'll link it. And again, Kanyon's channel is pretty incredible. So then finally, what I wanted to show today, so this is just basically a massive CD collection update. I'm getting my ducks in a row here. I'm getting prepared to do some more album ranking videos, and I realized as I was doing that, I needed to do a couple hole fillers. So I picked up two Dying Fetus CDs that I did not currently have in my collection, and I have most of their stuff on vinyl, but for whatever reason, I've just been snagging CDs too. I'm addicted to buying CDs right now. So I got Descent into Depravity, or Descend into Depravity, I should say. Oh, and look at that. Teeth are broken, as always, and the CD just popped out. These were on Relapse for $10, or $9.99 if you want to be specific. So if you're looking to get some Dying Fetus in your collection, these were the two that I currently did not have in a physical media, and I snagged them to finish off the collection. So I now have all of their albums in collection. This is one of my favorite bands, so I'm very happy with pretty much all of their albums, but again, I'll save that for another video. So I grabbed this, really, really thick booklets, just tons of pages and lyrics and pictures. Let me get this back in there. And then the other one that I got, there you go. What is this called? Yeah, Destroyed the Opposition. So I actually thought that I already owned this. So it's funny. I grabbed another Dying Fetus one off my shelf because for whatever reason I thought I already owned this, and I almost didn't put it in my cart. And then I got up and I was like, oh wait, that's War of Attrition that I actually had. So their album covers are similar in a sense. This one, for whatever reason, always confuses me just because of the American flags and like the Uncle Sam and the war and then War of Attrition. But whatever. So yeah. I almost didn't throw this in the cart, but then I went back and looked and I was like, I do have this. So this one is probably one of my favorite Dying Fetus albums. I still listen to this all the time. There you go. I want you to stop thinking and start killing. So if you're not familiar with Dying Fetus, check them out. I feel like you're missing out on some great brutal death metal. Probably one of the best to do it. And they just don't have a bad album in my opinion. So this is a nice little booklet here. And then the other side is just lyrics. A nice little classic band picture right there. So, yep. Relapse, Hell's Headbangers, Earache, all have been getting my money lately, except for Earache. I'm slowing down on Earache now for a while. I don't think there's anything that they have up there that I want at the moment, but Earache does have a good distro. They do have a lot of vinyl, and sometimes I go there. If I'm looking for vinyl, I can't find it anywhere, and if they have it, then I just make a big order to make the shipping worth it. But yeah, for the most part, their reissues are complete garbage. So if you don't care and just want the music and you don't mind, then do it. But again, if you want more of the substance of like the books and stuff like that, and better casing and the artwork and whatever else, maybe search elsewhere for a different pressing. So that's all I have today. Again, apologies on the voice. I don't know what the fuck's going on with me. I feel fine. I'll probably test for COVID, just because that's the thing now. But yeah. So depending on how my voice feels today, I'm hoping to record a suffocation video tomorrow. I've been wanting to do it for weeks now, and I just want to take a little bit more time and talk about each album and actually do like an in-depth ranking video that a lot of people do on here, similar to what I did on Marty's channel with him and Alan for King Diamond and Merciful Fate. And not do the tier list. So I'm hoping it'll get up tomorrow. But if not, if there are no videos for the rest of the week, it is because this thing just is a nightmare and I don't want to try to struggle through recording a video. I feel okay right now, but it might be painful to listen to. I'm not sure. So that's all I have, guys. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. I do want to mention one thing. There is a brutal slamming death metal page over on YouTube here. I'm not too familiar. I believe it's in Russian. And somebody shot me a tip and said, hey, he was live streaming one of your videos on his channel the other day. So I went over there and I watched it. It's all in Russian, so I cannot understand a thing that is said. But some of the comments were popping up, and so I was copying and pasting them into Google Translate to see, like, are they shitting on me? What's going on here? And they were saying, oh, she has a cool channel. So thank you so much for that. I'm assuming it was a shout out and you were just promoting my page. I will link that page in the description if you are of that language. It seems like a really cool channel. He does these live streams. They're like 8 hours long, and he just talks about like releases, and he goes on websites and show what's on sale and like t-shirts and CDs and stuff. Like, I listened to most of the stream, didn't know what was being talked about, but I was like, this is cool content. So thank you for showing my video. It was a really old ass video. It was one of my very first videos. I was chubbier. I've lost weight since then because I was really sick. Yeah, so thank you. I will link that in the description so you can go over there. It's around the 3-hour mark. So if anybody speaks that language and you want to come back and say, yo, Melanie, he was actually shitting on you, let me know. But here's some free promotion regardless. So thank you guys for all the support. And again, if there's no videos for the rest of the week, it's because this thing is awful on. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the next one.